There's a lot of things that I don't know. As a superintendent, I know about education, I know about curriculum, I know how to run professional development, I know how to do budgets for schools. What I don't always know is I don't know how to support my students in helping to keep them safe.
The shooting in school, maybe for additional victims.
After Columbine, they took a look at what was happening and how prepared were public schools in Massachusetts, and came to the realization that there's a gap in information. There's many systems out there for communication around an emergency event, but there's very little in terms of the information on the critical infrastructure.
STARS was a concept that was developed by NEMLIC, the Northeast Massachusetts Law Enforcement Council. It's a consortium of 52 police agencies in the Northeast region of Massachusetts. And they developed this school threat assessment and response system as a result of the Columbine shootings.
Think about you're a police officer responding to an incident in a facility that you don't have a lot of experience in, and you're pulling up to the building and you're wondering, what door do I go in? Where is the incident taking place? Can I get live video feed of what's going on in there? How do I know the schematics of the building?
When there's a regional response to something, these are people who don't know individuals in a town necessarily. They may know some key people to coordinate. But at the school level, I'm sure they don't know who the principal is, they don't know the building, they don't know sort of the flow of a place. So I think that's a really important piece, to really be able to access those plans.
It is really important to have the right information and in the right order in which you perhaps need it. So we worked extensively with the first responder community to say, what information do you need in those first 10 to 20 minutes of an event taking place? Remember, Virginia Tech was over in 9 minutes. You don't have a lot of time to be looking for what you need.
Every school has a map and a floor plan that's been developed that is standardized throughout the region, and that allows for the responding units, whether it be fire or police, to have a standardized set of plans that they can enter a building. All the doors are numbered the same, the facilities look the same on the maps. So for a SWAT team, a special weapons and tactics team, or a regional response team to enter a building, they can start out with a set of plans that can be the same for all communities.
The important thing is when you have first responders come up, in another district we also had an issue where some people who had broken into the school, and we thought they was involved with an issue around a possible bank robbery. And so at that time, in order to let people like the SWAT team come up, know where to go, I needed to rely on, good information for them to say, okay, what's the layout for the school? How many doors did you have? Where are the rooms located? STARS put together a toolkit, which is basically a binder that has all the dimensions about all the rooms, all the layout. That has pictographs, it has shots overhead, it has shots from all around the facades of the schools, and it has a layout for all the different rooms.
All the technical building information in terms of when was it built, how many students are in the particular site, where are the evacuation points, what's the longitude and latitude, so you can Google Earth it, so they can we do aerial shots, what are the utility companies.
I can actually now upload a CD to the communication vehicle out front, or the to whoever is in charge on site, and they can communicate that information immediately to the people that are going into the building. Technology allows that degree of sophistication.
You can click, all the floor plans are in there. Click on the floor plan or on the legend, you can find out what room do you go into to shut off the electricity. Click again, you get a picture of the electrical shutoff. Click again, you get instructions on how to shut it off. Everything one mouse click away from where you need it.
If a team is entering a building, they know what they're going to be up against, whether it be a way to shut off electricity to the building, shut off water, shut off gas. If there was an explosion, to shut off the natural gas that's in the facility. So it gives the people that respond immediately the tools to really neutralize any threat that's presented to them in a building.
The STARS program that NEMLIC and NERAC have in place in the region is by far, in my opinion, the most systematic, comprehensive plan I've seen for bringing a regional approach and coordination to making this kind of thing work, so that the critical infrastructure within the entire city or town is really able to be accessed very quickly by those who need access when they need it, 24/7. And so the best example I've seen in my travels.
Kids are really trusting on adults to help them be safe everywhere that they are when they're learning, and that happens everywhere, but certainly in a school. Never mind, there's internal challenges as well as the external ones, and I think kids are really relying on adults to see that they're able to get through a day healthy and safe.